Ladies and gentlemen, Greg McCloskey from ForexLive.com. This is the Kickstart video for July 1st, 2024. Yes, it is a new trading month. It's a new trading quarter, and I'm back from a holiday as well. In the Kickstart video, I take a look at three of the major currency pairs, the euro versus US dollar, the dollar versus yen, and sterling versus US dollar from a technical perspective. So let's get started. In my week off last week, the euro versus US dollar in between these two dash lines had a up, down, up, closed, sort of toward the upper end of the trading range, or other upper half of the trading range, and just around the 61.8% retracement of the range since the April low to the May high. That 61.8% retracement came in at 1.07208, and trading here today, the price initially moved to the upside after the French election results. Anyway, that's the reaction that we saw from that result. And the price moved back above the 50% midpoint of that range, but that has since rotated back to the downside, and in the process is back down, retesting the 100 bar moving average on the 4-hour chart earlier today. The price broke above that moving average for the first time since a couple of weeks ago, and that break to the upside is now going to be support on the downside. The level comes in at 1.07359. Stay above that level. Keeps the buyers more in control, at least in the short term for this pair. But we do need to get above the 50% retracement of the range, this trading range from the April to the May-June high price at 1.07579 to give the buyers more confidence. There is still work to do, even still, with this cluster of moving averages up here as the next key targets. That includes the 200-day moving average, the 100-day moving average, and the 200-bar moving average on the 4-hour chart. All of those are coming between 1.0786 and 1.07, looks like 95-ish type area. So a cluster of resistance above, and that area is going to be the key level that if the price is going to go higher this week, or continue its move to the upside, we're already higher, then getting above that level would be more bullish for this pair. On the downside, the 100-bar moving average remains a key barometer for this pair, followed by this swing area down to the 61.8% retracement at 1.07208. If it breaks below each of those levels, the bears remain more in control. In trading last week, the low price that we saw on midweek came in right near the low price from the previous weeks, 2 weeks, I should say. So this 1, 2, 3 bottom right through here is going to be another key support level that if the price continues its move to the downside, would need to get below that triple bottom right through there. So in short term, watch the 100-bar moving average on the 4-hour chart as a key barometer for trading here today, followed by the 50% on the top side for the euro versus US dollar. Let's take a look at the dollar versus yen next, and on the hourly chart, you can see that the price has continued its move to the upside in trading here today. On Friday's trade, the price did dip down after breaking to a high of 161.27. That was at the highest level going back to 1996. I'll get to that in a second. It's 96 or 86, can't remember. But I was on vacations. But the 100-hour moving average did hold support right through here. So we had early buyers against the 100-bar moving average, early buyers against the 100-bar moving average, early buyers against the 100-bar moving average. And in trading last week, the price had early buyers against the 100-bar moving average again and moved higher. And today we moved and broke to a new high for the year. And now I'm going to go to the monthly chart. And the highest level going back to, before this level, that was 1990, of course. And then so it's 1986. Is where the price is at the highest level since 1986, folks, for the dollar versus yen. Where is the top? No one knows, but what we do know off of this hourly chart, I'll go back to it. Actually, I'm going to go to the 4-hour chart, is that the low price that we saw on Friday also was near the high price going back to this day right here, which is April 29th, 2024 high price, which came in at 162.08. The low price that we saw on Friday came in at 1.60254. So got within 5 pips of that level and found support buyers against that level. So not only do we find support buyers against the 100-hour moving average, we also found support buyers against the high price going back to earlier this year. So if the dollar versus yen is going lower, folks, we need to get below both the 100-hour moving average, which is currently at 160.50. We also need to get below the 160.21 level, that high price going back to earlier this year. If you can't get below those levels, guess what? the buyers are still winning. The sellers are not winning. So just keep that in mind going forward. Until then, the buyers remain in firm control. Let's take a look at the sterling versus US dollar. We have the UK elections coming out on Thursday. That's Independence Day in the US, voting day or poll day for the UK voters, and Labour is leading there. We are seeing a rotation to the downside in the sterling versus US dollar from a earlier rise in trading here today. That rise took the price above the 100-hour moving average and the 200-hour moving average. We have seen other breaks above the 200-hour moving average in trading last week, but could not sustain the momentum. In fact, quickly moved back below the 200-hour moving average. So the break above that 200-hour moving average was somewhat significant, and that we did see some increased momentum. However, that has indeed seen the price move back below the 200-hour moving average in trading here early in the North American session. We are trying to hold the 100-hour moving average down here, or have so far, at 126.52. Earlier today, the price moved above that level and then based against that level before moving to its move, taking its run to the upside. So with the price currently trading between the 200 and 100-hour moving average, buyers and sellers are battling it out, seeing which way they want to push this pair to start the trading week and heading into those elections, which again will take place on Thursday. The first polling results will be released at 5 p.m. Eastern time, and on Thursday we'll see how all of that pans out. But Labour is expected to gain the majority in the Houses of Parliament through the election. So anyway, that's the rundown of the sterling versus US dollar, the euro versus US dollar, and the dollar versus yen to start your trading week. My name is Greg Michalowski. Happy to be back. Good fortune with your trading. Bye-bye now.